Hello peoples, this is his little Cherie and I apologize for, oh look, it's gone. My nose was red a few minutes ago and I was wondering why, but it's gone now. Never mind. Hello, how are you? I'm making this video because I felt the Lord wanted me to, and so something good is going to come out of my mouth. I'll sure be listening because I'm one of my favorite preachers. I say profound things at times when I'm not trying to. Anyway, I wanted to ask you a question. How do you get revived in your heart, in your relationship with the Lord? How does it work for you? Because if you're like me, I get crusty, I get distracted, I get really invested in other things, and I'm going to wait for the furnace to be done. Can you hear that in the background? It's sort of like a jet engine. Okay, maybe I won't because I don't want to make this again. I want to do it. I just want to do it. So what do you do when you're backslidden? Maybe that word has a lot of connotations. That's not what I mean. I mean when you just don't really want Jesus very much. I want to tell you what works best for me. And the first thing is probably the most important, and that's just to ask. Because I've been reminded recently that we are just responders. We aren't even able to want to love him, let alone want. Oh, sorry. Ooh, what was that? Angels or the furnace. Anyway, we aren't even able to want to love Jesus without him doing it. He does it. He does it all from beginning to end, from the moment of conception to our last breath, everything in between. He is the one that's doing it. If we did any of it, we would be worthy of some kind of credit. But it's all him from beginning to end. So when you realize, because most of the time we just have no clue, that we're more distant from the Lord than we want to be, the first thing to do is just to ask, just to deliberately say, I barely want you. I don't think I want you at all. What I really want is Facebook right now. Please help me. Spirit of the living God, I can't even want to want you without your help. Just ask. Keep asking. Keep coming back to it. Be deliberate about it. Whether you want to want, or you just want to want, or whether... What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say, ask and keep on asking. The second thing is hang around people who are in revival. Hang around people who can't talk about Jesus without tearing up. Hang around people who are just red hot in love with Jesus. I guarantee you, so much of this is caught rather than taught. I'll tell you, there have been so many times when I've simply watched a YouTube video and been sucked into a vortex of desire, and it's an infection that you catch. Hang around people who love the Lord, and get in their face, hang around their circles, do whatever you need to do, and you will be influenced and awakened. And the third thing is revisit the things that move you in your own story. Go back to the times when you loved Jesus. Remember what happened and remember the reasons you had to fall in love with him in the first place. Make it personal. So really that's the third thing. Make it personal rather than religious, because when we become distant and crusty, things get religious. And I hope you know what I mean by that word. It's just something we do that we once did, perhaps. It just is kind of a God thing, but it isn't uber personal to us. And so make it personal. Get really personal about it. And don't pretend. Go to things and to memories that still have power to touch your heart. One of the most powerful things in recent months that has helped me is, as far as memories and being moved, is my daughter's wedding. And every time I think about it, I'm moved. Partly because it was my daughter's wedding, and there's nothing more moving than that. But also there's just the whole miracle of the royal wedding, as I call it, was just such a personal God thing for me. And I was so sick. And that weekend I had a bubble of good health. Everything came together. I just felt, I don't know how to articulate how I felt that weekend. And especially the day after the wedding, going down into the amphitheater and standing there all alone, ready to start taking down some of the decorations, and just stopping, and in the silence just realizing that I don't even know how to say it. You see, it's so personal, I can't really put it into words. It felt like he married me. It felt like he married me that weekend. And I still can't think about it without being moved. So find those altars that still move you and go back there and remember and rehearse and linger. And that really helps me. When I need revival, these are the 3 things that I've found helpful. Ask, find people who are in love with Jesus and get in their face, hang out with them, listen to YouTube videos, catch whatever infection they have. And 3, make it personal, make it really, really personal. Go back to the altars that move you. And in the end, he's the one that does it. He's the one that pursues us. You know, every time he revives us, it's completely his doing. So, there's so much hope in that, because we have nothing to do with it. We have choices to make. But in the end, he is the bridegroom, and we're simply responding. We're just responding. So these are some of the things that I've discovered that he does to help me respond. All right, that's it. 7 minutes. Wow. Love you guys. You're awesome. Bye for now.